the thing gets very, very tense because clients don't give a shit about your problems. Clients only give a shit about their project getting completed, and you've tickled their ears up front, told them how good you are, given them, a price, told them when you're going to be finished by, and they are lock and load. So if you don't deliver, you are the Antichrist. How old are you going to be before you start to experience life like you want it? I want to tell you right now, whether you like it or not, there is a better way to do business. Hi everyone, welcome to the Business for Builders podcast. Welcome to you if you're in YouTube land. My name's Max. I'm the CEO of Smith & Sons here in Canada. Look, as usual, like and subscribe. And certainly if you know someone who might benefit from this information, be sure to share that. Also, if you'd like to get in touch with me at some level, I will do my best to respond as promptly as possible. But you can send me an email to max@businessforbuilders.ca. All right, we're going to make it a real quick one this morning. I'm in the middle of training our newest franchise general contractor, which is super exciting. As usual, the business world that we live in is full of pressure. So time is of the essence. So if you're driving down the road or you're at a hardware store, walking around picking out materials with your earbuds in, I hope you're having a good day. And I want to bring some value. So look, something I was thinking about just recently was, a little bit around business management. And look, fortunately, a part of the Smith & Sons group, we've got, we've got operations in Australia, New Zealand, and Canada, soon to be in the States, possibly early next year. What's really good about that is it's very similar to what we have in the general contractor builder community within Smith & Sons, is that you can pick the phone up and just have a chat with the other GCs and talk to them about, some of the challenges that you're facing in the business, and just to get another, idea from somebody else's perspective based on their experience perhaps. And so, look, I do the same. So I've got, a couple of business partners, but I deal with some of the corporate leadership that are what we call in Australia and New Zealand, they have what they call master franchises. And so my old mate in New Zealand, Rion, shout out to Rion if you're watching, mate. I had a good conversation with him last week, and we were just chatting about human resource management and business management, how the two overlapped and things like that. And so, we got discussing now, just to make sure we give you some context, Rion's a carpenter by trade and a builder. I'm a carpenter by trade and a builder. So we have some really good, conversations about all things business development. And one of the points that he made, which is sort of, I guess, at some point eluded me for small business, because as a carpenter and as a builder, we would tend to go, right, I need some really good trades on site, which you do, and I need some really good, in-house carpenters to help me with demolition and framing and, maybe boarding or whatever on renovations. So that was always my go-to. But what Rion did is he brought to light the possibility or the preferred way that he likes to promote to his builders, and that is to get an admin for, let's say, 10 hours a week. Now, that was a little bit of an epiphany to me, because I guess I underrated admin. However, intuitively, in my office at corporate here, I have reception and admin, and I also have a financial administrator. So I don't know why I wouldn't transpose the same systems and mechanisms and humans into a building company. But I want to tell you today, what I really want to just double down on, and let's call it one guy's point of view, one guy's POV. But if you're a builder out there, and because I obviously know builders pretty well, what we do is we try and do bloody everything. And guys and gals, that's okay to a certain limit. Now, the challenge that we face, if you're good at what you do, what you will find is that you will get a lot of recurring business, and you will get a lot of referrals, which is great. Now, if you lack the ability to say no to certain clients or certain jobs, or you don't use the words waiting list, then what you're going to find is you're going to make commitments to clients which you can't deliver on. And that's because your obligation to clients and the process becomes so demanding that your admin life overtakes your ability to run the jobs well. Now, what that means is your ultimate, priority is with the clients. So what happens is you then take your eyes off the ball construction-wise. You may end up starting to fail in the procurement process or the project management process if you haven't got the right humans in there. And then you may have guys on job sites which are maybe not delivering or not hitting the milestones or really not doing the job quality-wise that you want. So what happens is you get caught between fulfilling your obligation with clients because they are terribly demanding, but also then, in the sales process, but then also having to deal with on-site challenges, supply chain issues, subcontractors, as well as your own workers to try and make sure that your business is making money and that you're not just burning a bunch of cash because work is not getting done or work has to be done twice, because your quality control things, aren't in order. So I think this is where, after having the conversation with my old mate in New Zealand, it's sort of, I got thinking about that after, that conversation for a few days. And I thought to myself, really what you need someone like I've got, on my front desk that I've got, watching the financial aspects of the business. And obviously when you start out as a general contractor, it seems like it's an over, you're overdoing it by having an admin. Because you're like, well, there's sales and there's estimating and there's quoting and, there's all these kinds of things on job sites that you've got to make sure that you're taking care of. But the more I thought about it, the more I thought, for a small business, if you can find someone, and here's the key, you've got to be a good talent scout. You've got to be able to manage the human resource as well. And that is a heck of a trick all by itself anyway, whether it's office staff or whether it's, guys that work for you on site, or whether it's subcontractors or even suppliers and vendors. But I think when you've got someone I've said this before, when your emotions go up, your ability to make good decisions goes down. So if the shit's hitting the fan on site, your ability to deal with clients and the deadlines that you might create for yourself to keep the clients happy, the things that you do on site to create existing clients happy might be just a short-term move because you're trying to buy some clear air, and it just doesn't work. And so, there's a part of me that really would encourage you guys and gals, if you're running small building companies, and I'm definitely probably talking to renovation general contractors, because that's really the heart of our business. That's what we do mostly. And it is definitely, it's a fairly treacherous place to be because of those dynamics that I just outlined between new clients coming through that are wanting quotes and prices and things like that, and you're doing selections with them. And then you've got the existing clients that are under contract, and you've got multiple clients under contract. So look, if you think you're actually happier just with you and another, guy or gal working on a job site, and you're taking on one or two jobs, you might need to figure out whether you want the stress that I hope you can feel coming down the camera or down the earphones. Is like the thing gets very, very tense because clients don't give a shit about your problems. Clients only give a shit about their project getting completed, and you've tickled their ears up front, told them how good you are, given them, a price, told them when you're going to be finished by, and they are lock and load. So if you don't deliver, you are the Antichrist. They're going to come after you. So all of a sudden, if you've got that on several fronts because you've got fires on several jobs, your life becomes miserable. So the reason why, my old mate encourages an admin is because whilst you've got somebody on site and you might be doing the quoting and estimating and project management, you've got someone actually managing correspondence, maybe managing, some of the finances, managing the bills, making sure your payment deadlines are met, even taking a look at some of the back costing aspects of the project or projects to ensure that that person can highlight where there's an overspend in labor, or, where you've maybe for the month, they're actually looking at your books and saying, look, your overheads are XYZ per month. You've only invoiced for this much in the first quarter. You're in a spot of bother. Really, someone that's close to you that really understands the detail of the business. That's really what, is going to help you function better on the job site. So look, I think you cannot I would say this categorically, you cannot do the administration role in the office as far as the business is concerned, and also handle the sales, estimating and quoting, contract admin, and project management. Like, it's just too much. Now, if you do one or two jobs, fine. I remember when I got started, I think my first job was like a $45,000 bathroom and second story sort of partial reno. And I did everything, but I only had one job. And I enjoyed the shit out of that because my background was in working with a building company that did everything from the site cut or the civil work on the site through foundations, framing, and right through to landscaping, swimming pool installation, even putting up the letterbox. I mean, we did the whole gamut of project, of each project. And so that gave me good exposure. So I was able to go in there and do the demo and do the framing and do the rewiring and, work with the electrician and the plumber. So every phase of play, I had my hands on and my eyes on, and I was supervising closely. And you know what? The job ran awesome, run on time, on budget, finish when I needed to finish, et cetera, and the quality was bang on. We try and then go and do that on multiple projects, and we incorporate human resource and then wonder why we end up with a frigging shit fight with clients, a shit fight with subcontractors, frustrations with guys on building sites, creditors coming after us because we haven't paid their bills on time, et cetera, on top of already having supply chain issues that we've got right now. And then we start talking about recruitment and your ability to hire quickly, fire quickly. And, just on recruitment, guys and gals, everyone's good on their first day in their resume. And you've got to be able to, you've got to lean on your own expertise and your own understanding of what you expect from these people. You've got to set up boundaries and you've got to maintain expectations. So, if you let them know that we hire quickly and we fire quickly and that, look, I'm not trying to be a smart ass. I'm not trying to be rude. But everybody likes to impress on the first meeting, on the first day when they're on the building site. What I'm looking for is consistency long term. So if you're posturing and you're pretending, I'm looking for the pretenders. I really want the players, but I'm going to expose the pretenders. So in a week's time, if I'm fairly upfront and say you're actually not, really what you turned out to be, you got to go, then that's the way that you have to deal with it. Because I tell you what, your business survival depends on the kind candor that you can have with staff members or team members that aren't towing the line. You aren't a charity. Last time I checked, you're a business. You want to be profitable. If you're not doing it the right way, you're going to lose. Simple as that. So, consider that as an option, the admin versus you doing everything. So, you're going to have struggle with getting, guys and gals to work for you on site as, tradespeople, like carpenters specifically. But I think if you can alleviate some of that weight that you've got in the office or to do with administration, that might make your ability to recruit and to then make sure that you've got the right, talent on site. That might make your life a lot easier, especially it'll make you so much easier because, dealing with clients can be stressful. So if you've got someone that can take out some of that stress in between, you've got to look at ways it's stress management. I think that's what it comes down to. And ultimately, if you're quoting jobs at what I would call inappropriate profit percentages, you haven't got the ability to scale up a business. If you want to scale faster, you've got to sell better, which means you've got to know what your fixed expenses are and you've got to know really what sort of markup percentage that you need. And then you've got to have the ability to work out how long jobs cost you to run. So if your job's running for 3 months, what is the business going to require to stay alive from that project? Because then if you have multiple projects, the demand increases. So look, that might have confused the shit out of you. I really apologize for that. But if you've got specific questions, hit me up on email, max@businessforbuilders.ca. Be patient with me. It's super busy. But I would love to just, no matter what part of the world you're in, I would love to bring some value to you. And, if you can give me a few days or a week or something to get back to you, if you can be specific, I would love to just maybe help you out individually as much as I can. And I'm sure in the future, I'm not going to have that luxury. But whilst I do have that luxury, I'm certainly happy to contribute in some way, shape or form. So I hope that helps. Go build a kick-ass business. I will see you on the next episode. Cheers.